Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Nittany Lions about to kick it away and get this season started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Pittsburgh's offense has the ball first today. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion.
There he goes. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. Pitt pushing the pace. You go with the first snap of the game, and you make a big play like that, your confidence just soars.
And I don't know if the defense was sleepwalking here, Reese, but it's almost as if they didn't know the game had actually started. They were just kind of lethargic in the back end. I don't think they were anticipating this offense taking a shot on the first play.
All the way down to the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Holstein. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked, number 41.
How about this defense coming out the gates? First drive, getting to the quarterback. They wanted to affect the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. Already 2 sacks on this first drive.
Pitt will have to boot this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Nittany Lions offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And here comes, for the first time as a starter, this talented freshman. And Jesse, it seems like quarterbacks mature quicker and quicker these days, and they're ready to grab the reins.
Yeah, you're seeing it more and more.
Turning it on! They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. And the Nittany Lions, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll give it to him again. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. He's up to 57 yards on the ground already. What a way to get this season started. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He wants to change this route. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Just couldn't quite stay in bounds while making that. Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. The Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll give it to the tight end. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ball just inside the 10 at the 9-yard line. It's 1st and goal and looking for the first score. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back looking for help. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Throws to the wideout. Zips it out to his man. Hit right back to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. They'll go back to the ground. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got him downfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Pitt.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop.
Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. He's up to 86 yards on the ground in this first quarter. That is a terrific start. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Still running at the 40. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. Been showing them the run, now they'll throw it. Fires and picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Play action on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Holmes. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. And the Panthers come to the line in the hurry up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. Here's a heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Punt is in the air on 4th down. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and
Oh, he's got some space. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
He fires to the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
well, I think on the last play, they didn't get it to the sticks. They were hoping he'd be able to make the catch, make a guy miss, and advance the football, but because they couldn't execute, now it's 4th and long.
Kick is in the air. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Runs through the tackle. Oh, and what a move. What a juke, and he makes it past the marker. Pitt pushing the pace.
You coming into this game, if they throw completions and get 1st downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchup.
There he goes! Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular, and I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Makes the grab. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening. To throw, it's Holstein. Trying to barrel in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They're trying to slam it in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Pulls it, fired complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Reynolds. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Might be calling a hot route. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They run the reverse. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Panthers want to move quickly.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
The decimal meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide out level noise. Unleashes one. Got his man downfield. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Pittsburgh will come to the line with a first and goal. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly, go and pull it. Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. Dropping back, it's Holstein. Oh, they're after him, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And he missed it. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. That's reeled in. It's Singleton. And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Reynolds. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Going to throw it over the top of the deep. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it, so the windows are not going to be very big.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. Never a doubt. And now the lead is extended a little further. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play and 2nd and 6. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. He'll try to take it back. Out of bounds at the 18, and man, do they have great field position now. This offense has it with really good field position. From the gun, the running back has it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going.
Touchdown, Panthers! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Pass interference. Defense.
That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Get it out on the screen. Plows through the defense. At the 40, there he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. The give on the inside. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Nittany Lions are on the move. Off the play fake on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls.
Tight end trying to get in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. A quick pass to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Back to pass, it's Holstein. He lofts one down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Hudson. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. Diving for the goal line, and the ball's knocked free. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. I don't know if it was luck or aggression. Just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
So difficult, because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that guy.
It'll be 4th and goal, and it'll be a tough one. The offense changing the play. They'll send out the kicker here from the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. And this one splits the uprights. That'll pull them back to within 6. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Man, a gigantic collision of top 5 teams, and it is now a final. Ohio State found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Columbus. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from...
Turning it on! And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Panthers headed quickly to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Caught close to the marker, it's Williams.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Pitt will have to boot this one away. He'll have to punt for the 4th time today. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Had to throw it before he wanted. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the 1st down. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Makes the grab past the marker. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Singleton. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Reynolds. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. And I don't think he got it. The defense stands tall on 3rd and inches. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll go to the sneak. Got the 1st down and more.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen.
Breaks into the open. The tag. Touchdown, Penn State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, and he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
The give. And he'll be brought down.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Caught in the backfield, it's Reed. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Hit right back to the line.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the left. Just keep that in mind.
Dropping back, it's Holstein. Snagged in the middle, it's Lee. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the 4th quarter, an opportunity to move on top. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Singleton. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll sneak it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Nittany Lions pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Now they're going to throw it. Pressure coming. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And this is a big 3rd down for this offense, man. I'm really interested to see how they attack, because this defense, you can tell, man, they're going to continue to play aggressive. Late in the football game, they want to get a stop, get the ball back to their offense. A good chess match going on right now.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got a man, it's Reynolds. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Complete out of the backfield. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Unleashes to the end zone. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. The pressure was rising. Drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so in the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise. You can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
Gets it past the marker. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. Backed up at the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. The Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. From his end zone, looking to throw. Got to take care of the ball. No chance to run, but still a good gain. 4 quarters, not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Give to the back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They go to the ground. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Nittany Lions kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Grab behind the line. It's Reynolds. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they grab the lead here in overtime. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Wants to throw. It's Holstein. Fires toward the end zone. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Another sack on the day. This offense has to do something different. Maybe bring in more bodies, run max protection, keep more guys in the block, only send a couple guys out to run pass patterns. You got to do something different. But bottom line, you got to protect that QB.
And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
And sometimes these QBs, man, you just want them to hang in the pocket maybe just a little bit longer. It's third down. I got a little bit I got to get, and I think he pulls the football down, tries to make a play with it.
Oh, and they pick it off. What a huge defensive play in overtime. Takes it the other way. At the 20. Touchdown, Penn State. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking fourth down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays and big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it. What a great win.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.